No, she ended up going to visit all of her friends instead.
And she went a few days earlier than that, and it would have been really nice before it started cooling off and then all the rain.
Mhm.
You have trouble like I do. There you go. These can be yours. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Here's my double wide here. My double wide.
Nothing needs, they're not even the same size.
No, well, this one's a little bigger, so I just needed some, cut some junk.
Right, yeah.
I know you're best with me.
Okay, go on.
Noticing the Doing what I can, when I can, how I can, all I can.
I think you're talking for a couple of minutes after. Also, do you know where these came from?
I do not.
I'm just gonna look at what you got here. I'm nosy. You like that? Apple, whatever. Good.
Is this all there is today?
Janet?
Janet, is Art? Where's
Art's
Art?
up there.
Art's up there. Okay. Yeah, Janet and Mary are.
Oh, yeah.
Janet's in the kitchen.
Janet's there, she's our A-wall.
You mean that room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jean Brooks was
The
here.
multifunctional
Yeah.
square footage.
Here comes Eileen's driver.
It's all.
Her driver, that is
Is it
that.
door? Is it door open? I think the door is open. Is it closed?
Janet's in the,
Yes.
She's coming.
Janet, we're waiting on you to start.
is Neva gonna join us, or is she gonna stay in the,
No, she's guarding the brownies.
so I don't put her down as the other attendee?
No.
I'm surprised there's any left, so I grabbed one.
She'll ruin her dinner. All right.
All right. We'll begin with the emotional exercise again.
Continuing with our theme, I didn't talk much about it, but from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, but we have this treasure in jars or vessels of clay to show that the surprising power belongs to God and not us. We are afflicted in every way, but not crushed. Perplexed, but not driven to despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Struck down, but not destroyed. Always carried in the body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be manifested in our bodies. For we who are alive are always being given over to death for Jesus' sake, so that the life of Jesus also may be manifested in our mortal flesh. So death is at work in us, but life in you. So, as I shared, I just was really struck by that concept of vessels and treasures and the possibility that I might be leading and focusing too much on the vessel versus the treasure. And again, what we do as Trinity, what we do with ARC are important, but as long as they're portraying or putting forward the treasure of Christ, you know, our core values, Christ-centered, biblically based, and mission-minded, I think are important to keep us focused on Christ as the treasure. You know, we have to conduct the business of the church, but I know I've spent a lot of time over the last year looking at finances and attendance and blueprints and this and that. And it was just clearly put on my heart and my mind that that's something we need to look at. I need to look at. And so I thought I would share that so you can help me make sure we stay focused on the treasure and not raising up the vessel over the treasure. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, you have given us these vessels of clay, these human bodies, to be a vessel of Christ, to be a vessel of the Holy Spirit, to be holders, if you will, of the treasure of Christ, the treasure of God. Let us not put it above the treasure. Let us not value it more than the treasure, but let us use these vessels, our bodies, our church, our ministries that you have given us. Use them appropriately to share about the treasure and its value in each and every one of our lives. So Lord, be with us, give us wisdom and discernment as we conduct the business of the vessel, Trinity, and allow us to seek and do your glory and your will for this congregation in this time and in this place. Amen.
Okay, just time for a roll call.
Okay. Gene Bohart,
Here.
Gene Brooks and Brian Carl's excused. Janet Irie. Here. Kathy Clapp.
Yeah.
Kevin Klonzig.
Hey, Jerry.
Is Jeanette, is she excused or just absent? I know Linda Zander.
She would be excused.
And so would Linda be too, I'm assuming. Barry Patterson. Let's see, Barbara Colton.
Yo.
I'm here. Carrie Stiller, excused.
She's online.
She's online, but that's...
Yeah.
Well, that's still excused according to the bylaws.
Linda Zander, I'm assuming be the same as her mom.
Yes.
Jeffrey Zeal,
Here.
pastor.
Yep.
Larry's here.
We've got one visitor.
Oh, yeah, I have even one.
She popped in.
Yeah, I know, I saw her there.
All right, just move to the reading.
Before you leave, you have to look at my thing that came off. Oh, I'll just move it. That's all.
The thing that came off.
She needs to prepare to a personal item after the meeting.
Okay.
So
She
don't
got the
leave after,
reading.
yeah.
Thank you for translating.
It's not, don't worry about it.
Okay, we're on minutes.
All right. Has everybody had a chance to read the regular 40 minutes?
No.
Okay, let's take some time to read the voting minutes from yesterday, last week. Last time.
Last time.
2 months ago.
brings us to reception of new members.
That shouldn't even be on that,
Okay.
agenda, you could cross that off.
Then we go to reports of officers and committees. Board of Elders. No report.
No.
Board of Trustees.
What's going on? I don't think there's no report.
Marvin County, anything to report? As trustees?
I think they're not.
Right.
My mind is blank right now on that.
No report from trustees then. Board of Education, Kathy again.
Working on Easter stuff.
Do what?
Working on Easter stuff.
Yeah, Ash Wednesday is early this month, everything will be early. From Ash Wednesday to Easter is the same amount of time every year. We will be having, Ash Wednesday service, and then the rest of the Lent will be on Thursdays like always. Let's make it a big Easter. Whatever that means.
Pastor, before we go on, when we're talking about December calendar, I thought I mentioned it to you or Jeffrey, we didn't put on the calendar for installation of officers.
I thought of that last week and then forgot.
Yeah, and then December came and gone, but
We'll do it next Sunday.
All right, so where are we? Board of Stewardship and Missions?
Yeah.
No report.
Report. Okay, Financial Secretary?
Terry and I are coordinating to get the end of year reports done. She just texted me, she needs the envelope numbers. Do you still have that list?
Yes, it's actually in the box with the leftovers, and I stuck them in the,
Okay.
underneath the mailboxes.
Oh, okay.
Pastor also needs like a 1099 or whatever the church is.
Yes, that will be done this week.
Thank you.
Yeah. I guess it's all financial, that's all being prepared.
Okay, that brings us to Treasurer.
All right, there are two pages there. The one labeled Treasurer's Report is double-sided. On the front page with the account balances, at the bottom we have a budget review in which it shows that total spending for 25 was actually quite a bit under budget. So we did come in at under budget last year. On the back side of that page is the checking account by month. The bottom line shows that the monthly average was a little over 9,000 coming in and 10,500 going out. So we do have a deficit. Last year, one of the items that, first of all, the current electricity bill, now that we got Garden Temple added, it went up, the electricity went up almost $100. And I haven't checked I don't have water or gas bill information yet, but it looks like maybe utilities are gonna go up $200 a month for having them here, so that's, the rest of that will help it reducing the deficit. The rest of what they pay will help it reducing the deficit. Also, to help reduce the deficit, part of the budget was to replace the fresh flowers every week with artificial flowers. I do notice that there is this bouquet of artificial flowers in the sacristy. I don't know where it came from. We need ones that look like this. Similar to, we need one, this would work, or something similar, approximately this size and color.
You can ask me nice to put something together.
I thought somebody knew something.
Anyone who wants to, buy something that looks like this in artificial flowers, please go right ahead and do so, and the treasury will reimburse you.
Does Michael's have that kind of stuff?
I have no idea where to get that sort of thing. That's not something I am very familiar with at all. I assume there are people in this congregation who do know.
My mother was a flower lady for 2 years.
Yes, but we do need to pick up, and we could use several so that we can rotate, not get bored with the same thing every week.
Right.
And there is a flower chart in the room there, a small one. If you want to buy flowers for a special occasion, you can do that and bring them in, or have them delivered, and we'll just use them in place. And I will put that in the bulletin like we always have. Otherwise, it will just say Trinity flowers. But there's a small sheet hanging to the right in that room. And I saw a couple people have already put names on them. You can go to Suzanne's or bring your own, or however you want to do it.
Yes, but once we do get acceptable artificial flower arrangements, we will be canceling the Suzanne's weekly delivery. Regrettably.
Yeah, but that's $1,200 a year. Okay.
I have a $10 Michael's gift card that I would be happy to give to somebody if they would be going to get flowers for the tree.
Oh, okay.
Jerry said she
The treasurer will reimburse you for the purchase, because that is, in the long run, it will definitely save money. Anyway, that is my report, unless you have questions for me. Oh, the second page that's back there, the second page that's back there is the budget as amended at voters last time. For those of you who were here for the council meeting, it is the same as, except for the heading, it's the same as was handed out then. I simply changed the heading to approve.
Oh.
And I also have the details by each individual item that's spent if you want that. Those are the general categories on that budget sheet. I have the detailed categories for anyone who's interested. And okay, that, and now, unless you have any questions, I'm
then move on to report Art for Life.
The Art for Life Board approved what is going to be submitted to the city planning department. I have started a submittal thing, and this whole notebook is for the city submittal. That's what those drawings are for. We're going to be submitting the 2 dorm buildings and the meeting room building for the next, we'll call it the next phase. We're coordinating with a new modular building guy to do the dorm buildings because they will still be done in a modular manufactured process. The talk room or the meeting room will be built on site. That's the most efficient for that design. We're continuing to work on the business plan, and we have to write up some creative submittals for the city planning, and all that's going to be part of it. That's going to be about $6,000 for the multiple phases of planning submittal, and then there's
And that will come out of ARC's budget, not the church.
and there's a public hearing that's going to have to be scheduled and all of that. So we will keep you posted. But right now, we're working on all the paperwork. I'm hoping to get something into the city yet this month.
Any plans for the shed?
The board has reauthorized the finishing of that. Art's got some alumni students from his electrical classes to do the electrical. I've got several guys that are willing to come help me finish the roof and the siding. So it's going to start up again. We kind of put it on hold and whatever.
We're a little busy at Christmas, so we didn't.
So that is back with the ball rolling. So hopefully that'll be done within a month.
Do we need anything to grease the rails?
No, everything's good on that. So I think that's the Art for Life report.
I'm working with the board to get resumes from all of our board members to complete our business plan, so that we can then use that to go for financing, because we will be financing the build.
We do have a new board member.
Yes, we do.
Her name was Allie Cook. Used to be Allie Maynard. You probably don't know her. We met her through Cursillo, and she participated in some of the Credo stuff. So we've known her for a while. Very energetic young lady, loves the Lord, and so we now have 4 plus me. I'm not official.
He's a non-voting
I'm just a
pastor.
spiritual director for the Art Board. All right, that's all right.
Do you have anything from the Senate committee?
Garden Temple is settled in pretty well. They're having their worship times Sunday afternoon. They have a couple other activities that they do. They come on Wednesday evening as well. And I said, well, you can come Wednesday, but we have priority for any worship service that would occur on Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, so on and so forth. That's probably
The only other one would be,
well, Christmas Eve this year.
yeah,
But that's been established in the lease
yeah.
that,
The only other Wednesday on a regular basis would be if we reinstituted the Thanksgiving service.
oh, right.
That would be on the Wednesday evening.
So they have a prayer service that they come in on Wednesday.
Oh, I need to know the times for that so I can set up the heating and air conditioning for that.
Okay. You noticed some plants, palms, they moved the other potted plants. They're doing a lot of work. They're putting a lot of sweat equity into cleaning up and helping Marv with the grounds upkeep.
Yeah.
So,
They have fresh flowers over that they use over there.
I could talk to them about just keeping theirs up all week. What else? I guess that's the only update for tenant relations. They do pay cash, so that has to be counted and go right to the bank as quickly as possible. I don't like having $1,600 cash in my pocket. So, yeah, no, that's good.
Okay, that case, negotiating committee, what are we negotiating?
Well, that is for the negotiating terms between ARC and Trinity, which is one of the items. Incorporate or utilize ARC for TLC's growth, streamline administration. That's kind of part of that. Once we get more facilities up, when the shed's done, negotiating rents.
At this point, it's when the shed is completed, if ARC rents out, if ARC, outsiders use that and pay something, how much goes to ARC and how much goes to Trinity, basically. Is what that's about. So it'll be needed when the shed is ready to, that committee will have to have its work done once the shed is complete, the committee will have to get its work done before, any outside groups can rent the shed.
And it was Linda, Bunny, and myself. So we probably want to look at having somebody else on that committee. But I don't think we need to do it today.
All right, anything else for the negotiating committee?
No.
We bring this to unfinished business. Anybody have any unfinished business? I guess not. Then we'll move right on to new business. Which by definition is unfinished.
No new business.
That's what I said, no business. New business
Anyway,
is unfinished.
you got a point, but auditing committee,
No, council recommendation, it's gonna be Bart and myself again this year on the auditing committee.
That's to audit the records of the treasurer and financial secretary. I have my records out in the car right now, and the meeting's over, I'll bring them in.
and I have all the offering, income, deposits, all that I can print out. I didn't think to do it today. That might assist you in comparing stuff, so.
Do we have any comments from the auditing committee?
Not yet.
Anything to address?
We're good.
No, well, basically, Gene, you need to appoint Art and Leanne to the committee.
So let it be written, so let it be done.
Okay.
You don't need a motion, right?
No.
No.
It's a requirement, so we don't need, it's a requirement in the bylaws, so there's no need for a motion, it has to be, announced who's gonna be on.
So,
We get your good graces of appointing us, I guess.
excuse me?
Okay, so we get your good graces to make it final with us.
All right,
Just
and,
by reading, you already did.
yeah, the two people that were mentioned are the auditing committee.
Done.
All right, move on to communications.
Okay. That would be me. Every year we get the notice from San Bernardino Assessor's Office about the tax exemption on the church. So it's a form I will be filling out and submitting to the county as a deadline by next month to get an exemption for the church for the taxes, property taxes, I should say.
Just out of curiosity, what is property tax?
None.
It's
Well,
exempt.
there are no,
Well,
Exempt.
we do, yeah, property tax officially is none, but we do pay about $32 at that time because of,
filing fee or something.
no, there's a couple of, special districts that have, I guess what you would call a parcel tax that we're not exempt from.
Like special
And,
assessments.
yeah, there's some sort of special assessment that doesn't qualify under the property tax exemption. It amounts to about $32.
That'd be nice.
Somebody can probably afford it.
I do have a couple of communication items. We received receipts from the Synod and from the Fort Wayne Seminary thanking us for our yearly donations. We did not receive, once again, we did not receive anything from the district, even though the district gets more than any of the others. And then also I have, and on another one I have from Lutheran World Relief. They are looking for people to put together, to make for them quilts, school kits, baby care kits, personal care kits, fabric kits, and there's a guide to doing all of that in here, plus how to get it to them. So I'll put this on the table for anyone who might be interested in helping out Lutheran World Relief with those items.
All right, anything else in the way of announcements? I guess it is.
No, communications.
Communication, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, communications are things we get from outside. Announcements are things having to do with this congregation.
Right. All right, so the next item then would be report of the pastor.
All right. I've got a slide up there. The first item is the declining attendance. You've heard some of this before already. If you look on 2024, the yearly average was 24.25 for a Sunday attendance. 2025, that dropped to 19.88. I was teasing Barry, he said, "Are you the .88?" So, obviously, because you're doing an average, you're going to get some fractions, odd numbers. And then, to date, we've only had, not counting today, we've only had 2 Sundays, so the average is 17.
So we've gone from 24 to 19, 20 to 17.
Right. And all of 24, all of 25. So we're down 6, almost 7 people a Sunday since the beginning of 2024. Well,
If we're
Average-
running percentages, that's significant.
Yeah.
yeah, it's very significant. And in reflection of that, and Jeffrey has it in his report, but this is just another view of it. Our Wells Fargo balance on January 8th of last year was 28,752. August 2nd of last year, it was 14,929. On December 30th, it was $3,700.
That was after all December checks
Right.
and salary payments had been made, and before the deposit for the last Sunday in December.
Today, the balance is 14,112. So that's back up to where we were in August.
Still half of what it was a year ago.
Still half of what it was a year ago, exactly. So,
Because we have half as many people.
well, that is a factor, and I'm showing both of these, so. And hopefully we can maintain that now, the deficit that Jeffrey was talking about. I'm hoping with Garden Temple's $1,600 a month rent will, if not anything, significantly reduce that trickle and allow us to maintain at about $14,000, $16,000 balance and not have to dip into the $23,000, $24,000 LCF account. It was 20, last time I did this. The time
Report.
So,
The balance, where is the stupid report? Yeah, well, this month it'll go over, at the end of the month, it will reach the $24,000 mark
yeah, okay.
with the interest that'll be earned this month.
Hopefully, with the three other churches' rents coming in, it's about $6,000 a month now. So hopefully that'll stave that off and we can hang. We lose some more people though, that's gonna make it harder. So we are outreaching to the recovery community, and we had 3 people today from that outreach demographic. And they are talking to people, and hopefully we'll bring more in. Now, the odd caveat of that is most of those people don't have much finances yet. So that is not going to be a solution to the finances initially. But if we can get more people, again, then more people invite more people and so on and so forth. And so, again, it's not about the vessel. We got to let God worry about that. We have to do our due diligence, of course. But I can't be focused on the dollars and cents and the numbers of attendance. We need to be focused on sharing the treasure with these broken people. That's our priority. And Dallas Willard in his book writes, and I believe, that if we focus on that, the rest will take care of itself. God will provide the finances that we need to maintain. If we're doing good ministry, outreach, loving the broken, and providing hope and healing, then He'll make all this other stuff happen. So, right. I already mentioned financial secretary stuff. Terry's doing the end of the year now. She just texted. Hopefully within a week, she'll have that done. So, and then a couple of trustee things. There's still some workday project things, but Garden Temple is doing a bunch of that. So, and it says repurpose rooms, multiple use, update rooms, shared use. Like the Sunday school room, what's called the safe room over there. If we can reorganize and clean up those, then we'll have more available use for other activities, such as Credo and ARC and some of those things that, and now that we have 4 churches on campus, we need to be more aware of multi-use spaces. So, all right, before I go to the next slide, again, Thursdays, the first Advent service that was really focused and marketed, that's not the right word, but I think you know what I mean, about the table fellowship, about the Acts 2:42. We had, here's a snapshot of the attendance. Wednesday or Thursday, we had 18 people on that very first Advent service. Potluck, we had 18 people. A couple people shared some of their dislikes with me, and I appreciated that, but some of that is exactly why I designed it the way I did. Unfortunately, so I tempered what we were doing, and the next week we only had 14 show up. The third Advent service was a straight Advent traditional service. We had 13 show up. And I asked some of the people that were at the first one why they didn't come, and some of them said, you didn't have a meal. They were honest.
Yeah.
And some of them said they wanted the study atmosphere more than the traditional church atmosphere. So,
We've always, at Advent and Lent services, had higher attendance on the potluck weeks than the non-potluck weeks. So yes, the fact that some only show up on food, on services with food is not surprising.
no. But again, that demographic of recovery people, they don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so if we're going to feed them, that's a free meal.
They will come.
They will come. So my adjusted model for Thursday nights is the second and fourth Thursday, we will, through free will offering or whatever, the meal will be provided.
And it might just be pizza and salad.
It might be. And the first and third Thursdays, and a fifth Thursday, if there is one, would be bring your own. But I still encourage you to come at 6:11 p.m. for table fellowship, and then we will begin promptly at 7, the study portion. We'll be doing some prayer time from 6:11 to 7. Closer to the end, so if you want to join in the prayer time, come about, 6:45. And then we'll develop that as we go, and I'll keep you posted. And then 7 is the Bible study time. And then when we get to Lent, Ash Wednesday will be a potluck. And the other Thursdays, I still want to meet at 6:11 for fellowship. And we'll mix it up on having food or bring your own. But I still want to encourage that fellowship time before worship at 7. So we'll have some variety in that. There'll be a lot of teaching, the apostles' teaching, breaking of bread, prayers, and all that. So, all right. Then there's those that were at the council meeting. I should say those that were not at the council meeting. I have that I think we need to do that are to streamline the administration of Trinity. Right now, we have 9 council positions, and 3 are vacant. And if any more get vacant, it will be difficult to do business. So one of my proposals is to streamline the council so that we can continue to conduct business efficiently. Now remember, the voters, you guys, this assembly here is the ultimate authority in everything in the congregation. The council is just a guide to organize things to bring to the voters. Advisory. So I've streamlined it, narrowed it down to 5, from 9 to 5 positions, and reshaping that so that we can continue to conduct business. The other thing is, with the way ARC is doing the property management, there's some pieces I think we should put into the Constitution that allows Trinity to do and ARC to operate together. ARC is an approved ministry of Trinity, but yet it is a separate entity. And so there needs to be some accountability, some understanding between the two groups, avoid conflicts of interest, but that's kind of difficult. So I want to make sure everybody's okay with that, because several of the council members are on the ARC board. And so we need to make sure that everybody's okay with that. We're not stepping on any toes. And then the other big thing, somehow, I have some ideas in here, is to incorporate online participants to create or establish a new type of member, church member, for people like Terry or Mark Van Duzen that were here and moved away, or life issues, they're not coming physically, but want to participate or are participating online. And it's going to take a little bit more research to make sure we have all the I's dotted and T's crossed. But then along with that is, for certain cases like Terry, extend to her a special voting privilege, because she is so involved. She does the PowerPoint, the bulletins. She's online every Sunday with us. She's at the Thursday night meetings, Bible studies, online. She comes into town, she's here. So there'll be few of those, but I want to expand the online participants so they can feel included. And they would have certain, I don't want to say privileges, but they would be acknowledged more as online, because they're here all the time online. I know it's kind of a weird thing, but it's getting popular, and some of our growth is going to come through that. So I've got some proposals in here and some ideas. They need to be worked on. Those are the 3 big areas. What I did was I copied on the computer the old Constitution, put it into a new document. Where there was a change, if it was an omission, I crossed it out on the computer. It's still in there, but there's a line to it. If it is an edit, I crossed off what's being changed, and in red there is new verbiage. Sometimes there's a whole new paragraph that is just red. Okay? What I would like, we're not going to vote on this today, what I'd like to do, if you don't have a encouraging everybody, I know it's not fun, but to read it. If you don't, and I don't mean this in a bad way, if you don't really care about that much, I still encourage you to read it. And if you have any questions, you want to talk to me personally, sit down, we can do that. If you have comments, you can write it out and give me the copy back so that we can, because what I'd like to do is soon have a Constitution workshop where we sit down with lunch and hammer out the changes. Maybe my idea is way out in left field, but somebody's got a better way to do it. We can reshape it and hopefully either have a special voters meeting, or if it takes a little while, bring it to the voters in May. But I'd like to get it done before that. So I don't want to talk about it today. I would like you to take it and peruse it. It's 18 pages. But some of that is, in the original Constitution, there's a bunch of scripture references. I printed those out. I expanded them. So the scripture's right here. And you can read that with it. So, okay? Any questions on not what this is, but on how I want to move forward with it? Okay, so if you didn't get a copy at the council, I'll put them back there. Take one. And seriously, please, spend a few minutes. Read it. And if that's all you do, fine. Pray over it. Pray for wisdom and discernment that this will benefit and bless Trinity down the road. Okay? I know there's going to be things we have to wordsmith and reshape. At some point, we will probably need to create a legal document between ARC and Trinity that really irons out some of those things. A lot of what's in here is just Trinity gives ARC the right to manage the property. But what that entails will probably need to be a separate legal document created by lawyers. A good Christian lawyer that would help us. I know a few.
You know, lawyers that are honest.
They're good Christian lawyers. So,
That doesn't necessarily mean honest.
true, and you got a point there.
I'd like to add in, from my point of view, what I've read on there, there are some things we need the verbiage clarified on. For the most part, it's been clarified as part of the ARC board, as well as part of Trinity's council. I'm going to abstain from voting on it when it comes due because I don't want to produce a conflict of interest. However, I want to recommend to everybody that this is probably a good idea considering we need to be able to conduct regular business and finding ways where we can encourage membership through online means will hopefully increase revenues and attendance because we need it. These are all good ideas. Will they work? I don't know, but we need to take a shot at something to keep the church going. I really feel it's our best opportunity to continue forward and maybe start something new and get more ministry in, more people in. We've got to do something. It may seem drastic. I don't think it's really that drastic, but it is something that we need to do because I don't see many alternatives out there. If you do have an alternative, please by all means tell me because I'd love to hear something because I've tried to come up with some other ideas as well with Pastor Lance and
A question.
it's tough.
If we do nothing, how long will Trinity stay afloat?
We'll close before then.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard.
Based on numbers
It's hard to say.
decreasing 25% every
Well-
quarter and revenue reducing 50%
With
last year to
Garden Temple coming in, that decline in finances should stop or decline significantly.
Stop the bleeding
And now, yeah, stop the bleeding, exactly.
for now.
Before Garden Temple came, I would have said August. With the way we were declining in finances and everything.
But Garden Temple's a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
They are big.
It's been,
Yes,
it'll give
thanks.
us a year.
But now I believe they will give us into 2027, hopefully we can see our 70th anniversary in the spring of 2027.
September.
Oh, it's September. So, anyway, hopefully that'll extend it long enough, because I still believe, the art board still believes, many people I talk to still believe art is a viable ministry tool for Trinity's growth. And so if we can, now with the Band-Aid, if we can keep Trinity functioning with a streamlined administration into 2027, we should have art built by then. And then the income of those retreats and community center should sustain us. And we can, that, again, part of my conviction of the vessel thing is that will help take focus, shift the focus off of the vessel and put it on ministry, put it on sharing the gospel. More and more pieces and faster pieces are being put together. Doors are opening and appropriate doors are closing. So I don't want to say snowballing yet, but the ball is rolling a lot faster now than it was 6 months ago. You have a comment, Mom?
I have a question that I don't know if it's appropriate for me to ask at this point, but is there such a thing as a dual membership? Can I be a part-time member here and a part-time member in?
Not officially in the Missouri Synod.
There is none,
Yeah.
okay.
Because that's come up with like snowbirds that go from Michigan to Florida, Michigan to Texas. You still need to maintain one membership at a church.
Oh, okay.
But when you and Dad would come out here in the winter, you still maintained your membership in Todd's.
Yeah.
Copy of what?
So,
What he was just talking about.
He's still got them up there. I can't go get a copy yet.
Huh?
We'll get you one before you leave.
all right.
Party gift.
Any other questions? Again, like Art said, I think these are good ideas to help us move forward. Will they work? I think so, but I don't know. And that's why I really need you guys to read and follow up. And if you don't know, if you don't understand, ask. Come to the workshop.
I was just gonna ask, are we having a constitutional workshop?
Yes, I haven't said a
Can we
date
go
yet,
through this?
but we will look at the calendar.
Unfortunately, it's probably going to be during that.
February, Jan and I are leading a Credo one-day retreat here on the 28th. And we have a couple training dates in there. And so we have to look at the calendar and we'll establish a day that we can do. Maybe it's a Sunday after church. We bring in lunch after church, and instead of Bible study, we sit down and go through it. So I think that would be the best, easiest time to get more people in. And again, even if you don't understand all the, I don't certainly understand it. I contacted Christ Costa Mesa. I talked to the district people.
So this isn't just your ideas for what the Constitution needs to look like. You sought counsel
Yes.
from the district,
Yes.
from the church that deployed you here.
Yeah, there's a whole nother church leadership format called, policy governance. But that doesn't work for a church our size. So that brought me back to just modifying what we had. And so, I think when you look through it, you'll see some of my suggestions, and it might raise more questions, or it might clarify some that you have. And so again, write on your copy. This is a draft. This is a worksheet. Write questions right on there. Circle things. Cross things out. And then bring it to the workshop. Or if you don't care to come to the workshop, but you want to talk about it, we can do that too. So, this is, I don't want to be dire, but this is the 11th hour. This is the Hail Mary. This could be, if this doesn't get going and we don't get more people here, into 2027, we're going to start tapping into the LCF account, and once that's gone, we're done. So, this is what I think is a big step to help redirect and have longevity and get pieces in place to continue ministry. Now, things are going to have to look different. We will do everything we can to have word and sacrament ministry that satisfies everybody, which is why I'm trying to transition a little bit on Thursday nights to attract the recovery people, but yet still have a typical Bible study. So, I'm doing what I can. Right? That's pastor's report.
Okay. In that case, the next thing would be announcements. I don't hear any.
Leanne's got one.
Oh, the 26th at Usher will still be Kathy Flatt. What?
Head usher.
That was
Oh,
brought
yeah.
up at the council meeting to continue to be the head usher for this year. Another term.
Do we have a woman in that role?
Yeah.
I'm just asking, because there's a lot of places in Missouri that will not let us do it.
President,
There are offices, but it says nothing about us.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second to adjourn the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
All
Wait, wait.
opposed?
Who made the motion?
Papers that you're
Motion.
Art made the motion.
But we didn't need a motion for head usher, that's the same as.
No,
That's an appointment.
Just the same as the auditing committee.
Announcements and communications don't have motions, they're just informational items.
That's why
Kathy,
Michael,
I need Kathy and then Kathy.
Lord's Prayer.
Lord's Prayer.
All rise.
Eva,
You're in trouble now. You're going to be called out by Jeffrey. All right. Join in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Ready, break. I may be getting fuzzy, but I remember that one.
It's also on there, but,
I know, yeah.
but that's what I was told when I was given the range.